We had a really fun game this past weekend. It was Buffalo at Baltimore, the Bills at the Ravens, Josh Allen against Lamar Jackson. Buffalo won 23-20 with a last-second field goal. This is a massive win for Josh Allen and the Bills. Kind of a big comeback, actually. The Ravens were up 20-3 in the second quarter, and the Ravens lost 23-20. The Ravens did not score in the second half. It's on one side, it's a great comeback for Buffalo. On the other side, it's a great... the Ravens you could argue they fell apart. Baltimore only got the ball 4 times in the second half. They had 2 punts and 2 picks. And 1 interception was tipped on the line of scrimmage. I can forgive that. That happens. And by the way, the Ravens, I got to give them credit. Now, Buffalo tipped that pass. But while I'm on the topic, the Ravens defensive line, by the way, does a great job tipping passes. I got to say, I was talking to my buddy who played defensive line in the NFL. I'm like, hey, how does that happen? He goes, it's a mix of the general manager does a good job finding guys who have that skill set. It's on the players for being really good at getting their hands up and having the hand-eye coordination to knock the ball out of the air. And then also, it's a coaching point that the Ravens talk about is that, they do focus in meetings. Hey, get your hands up. If you're not getting after the quarterback, at least get your hands up and tip the ball. And Josh Allen had a hard time throwing the ball for the Bills this weekend where a lot of time his balls were getting knocked into the ground or tipped to the line of scrimmage because the Ravens are just getting their hands up into passing lanes. And as a quarterback, when you're playing a team like that, it's incredibly frustrating when the defensive line is just causing havoc on your day and tipping your passes at the line of scrimmage. Now, the Ravens, let's back to them. They're squandering in the second half. The Ravens had this one drive that was almost 10 minutes at the end of the fourth quarter. 14 plays, 9 minutes, 29 seconds, multiple big conversions. They converted a 3rd and 8. I believe Lamar threw to Mark Andrews. They had a 3rd and 12 where Lamar ran up the middle for 18 yards. They overcame a big holding call that set them back to 1st and 20. And the drive ended on a 4th and goal at the 2-yard line with 4 minutes left in the game. It was a massive stop for Buffalo. Matt Milano, by the way, Bills linebacker, had an incredible play on 2nd and goal to stop J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. But people have really criticized the Ravens for going forward on 4th and goal. 4th and goal, 2-yard line, 4 minutes left. Lamar Jackson got picked off in the end zone. And the Ravens have the best kicker in the NFL, Justin Tucker. He was watching from the sideline as his team elected to not kick a field goal from the 2-yard line with 4 minutes left on 4th and goal. And some people have said the Ravens should have kicked the field goal. Oh, the Ravens, what are you doing? You look like idiots. You got the best kicker in the NFL. You're not going to use him? I would push back against that line of thinking. I would actually argue I understand why Baltimore felt like they needed a touchdown to win. They wanted a safe lead. Buffalo in the second half had been moving the ball really, really easily. So I understand not kicking a field goal because I'm not sure that a field goal would have won the game for Baltimore. The Bills drove 77 yards in 4 minutes. They got the ball on the goal line. Then they ran out the clock. They could have tried to score a touchdown, but they got there so easily. They had a bunch of time. They just basically ran a quarterback sneak and got nowhere and set up a field goal and ran the clock out. Against a legendary offense like Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, I think you need touchdowns to win. And I really think it's kind of a catch-22 that's unfair to John Harbaugh, the Ravens head coach, where if you kick a field goal on 4th and goal, and then they put together the same exact drive that Buffalo did and score a touchdown instead because they didn't need a field goal, they needed a touchdown. If they score a touchdown and you lose 27-23, then people would have been arguing in Baltimore today, well, the Ravens should have gone for it on 4th and goal. Why didn't they go for it? They got a kicker, I know, but you need touchdowns to beat a great team. It's a lose-lose situation. The only decision that lets you sleep at night is going for the touchdown and getting a safe lead. You didn't get it. You got stopped on 4th and goal, and that's painful. But you went down swinging, and that's the approach I like. Try to go for the safe lead, go down swinging against a really good offense and Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills. Don't kick a field goal on 4th and goal from the 2-yard line and then lose 27-23, which I think might have very well happened had they kicked the field goal in that situation. So, I don't know. I think the Ravens can sleep at night. It's a tough loss. It's a painful one. But I would argue that was the right decision at the end of the game. By the way, Lamar Jackson, the Ravens quarterback, had 2 plays he's going to want back, in my opinion. It was a rainy, wet game, so I can forgive, like both quarterbacks had kind of ugly, weird, middling stat lines. That's fine with me. But there was a throw where Lamar missed Mark Andrews open in the end zone. He ran a wheel route, a double move, got open in the back corner of the end zone, right corner, and Lamar overthrew it. That should have been a touchdown. And then later on that 4th and goal at the end of the game where Lamar got picked off, he had Devin Duvernay open in the end zone. He saw him too late. That should have been a touchdown as well. I don't want to pick on Lamar Jackson. He's an incredible quarterback. But those are two plays that I know when he watches film, he's going to go, oh, those are missed opportunities. Those should be 2 touchdowns. And frankly, that should be the game right there. So there are 2 plays Lamar's going to want back that I don't know if people are talking about it this week or not. Honestly, people probably are not talking about those 2 misses. I don't think people nitpick people, but I know that in the film room in Baltimore, Lamar's going, oh, man, I cannot believe I missed Mark Andrews. I cannot believe I didn't see Devin Duvernay. And those are learning moments where one's accuracy. One is you got to understand the concept a little better on 4th and goal, what they're trying to do and what could potentially happen. And I think one's more a teaching moment. One is more just you got to be more accurate. Now, I want to give one final note. Bootlegs are so effective in short yardage with Bills quarterback Josh Allen. A bootleg is where you fake the run inside to the running back. You fake a handoff. You roll the quarterback outside of the pocket. It gives Josh Allen leverage to either run the ball, like tuck it and run, or throw the ball downfield. And it's dangerous as hell. He can just run over defenders on 3rd or 4th and short. He's so big and powerful, he can just bowl over anybody. Defensive linemen, linebackers, it doesn't matter. He just runs through whatever he wants. And in a short yardage situation, size and strength is more valuable than speed. I think of, Kyler Murray's one extreme of the spectrum. Josh Allen is the other. I'd rather have Josh Allen than Kyler Murray in a short yardage situation. Although both are great. Either extreme is great. Everyone in the middle is kind of screwed. Josh Allen's like a battering ram that can also throw. Like, it's kind of terrifying. He's like Derrick Henry playing quarterback. And he had this one touchdown run where the Bills ran a naked bootleg, meaning there's no receivers running routes. You fake the handoff inside, you roll out, and there's nowhere for him to throw. It's just a straight quarterback-designed run. He ran an 11-yard touchdown run on 2nd and 3. It was pretty wild. And I want that clear. That I don't know if that's going to matter later in the year, but in short yardage situations, I don't really know how you stop Josh Allen. He becomes basically a linebacker who can throw the football, and he will run you over. Like, he's big, he's powerful. It makes me think of old Ben Roethlisberger or old Cam Newton maybe. I maybe more Cam because I saw Cam Newton run some people over back in the day. Like, boy, Cam was good. And Josh Allen has a similar quality where, 4th and inches, him on the edge against the linebacker, he's getting that first down. He's not going down. And that's a really dangerous weapon the Buffalo Bills have as a part of their offense, is that ability to run bootleg on 4th and short. Oh, yeah, by the way, it looks like a run. It's a fake handoff inside, so you have to respect the threat of an inside run as well. And so it's just a really dangerous conundrum defenses have to deal with when the Bills run any kind of bootleg with Josh Allen in a short yardage situation.